Hello, YouTube! We're back for Challengers League VoD reviews. It's NACL. We are done with week 1 of LCS VoD reviews. There's a link that I'll throw in the YouTube live chat right now that you can use to go check those out. If not, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel to find them. Likes, comments help me a lot as we go through these. But I'm going to go into what was our biggest upset of week 1 between LCS and NACL here in North America. And I'll explain why, as I assume that we don't have a ton of Challenger League enjoyers, but let's dive into this matchup and talk about it a little bit. So, FlyQuest Challengers, this team, they are our favorites. Actually, I should get used to saying FlyQuest NZXT as that has been requested. They're returning 4 out of 5 of their members. Of course, Quad was promoted to the LCS squad, with Bradley coming in as a very strong mid laner. And this team, they were first from start to finish last split, and it's expected that that's going to be the case again this split, even with Chime stepping out later into the year because he is starting law school. Good for Chum. That being said, on the flip side, so Maryville, this is Maryville. They were in the finals. This is a rematch of the finals matchup that we had in spring, but with some changes. First off, Niles has been hired as a full-time coach for Maryville, so congrats to him. It's no longer Niles being a player coach in the top lane, just Niles behind the scenes. And then also Rockboom was playing for Scary Jerry. We don't expect Scary Jerry to go anywhere here. He just had a family vacation that he was taking. I know that because I saw these guys at CLOL where they lost to SLU 3-1 a week before this. SLU included Surdy, and they were playing on 14-9. Like, actively playing and scrimming on 14-9. Now, guys, this is the patch before, like, all the item changes they made in midseason. So I'm talking to Maryville, like, at CLOL, like, dude, we got to come back, play without Jerry, and play fucking FlyQuest in our first game, like 3 patches ahead, because this is on 14-12. We're cooked. You know what ended up happening? They 2-0'd their asses. So that's what we're going to talk about. It was the biggest upset of week 1 in terms of the NA ecosystem. Outside of OQs, I'm not paying attention to OQs until this weekend, where I'm going to be a guest casting on a couple of them. Should be fun. All right, that said, full fearless. Anything picked in this game cannot be picked in the next game. Let's dive on in. Talia, flex pick for UG. We have solo laners secured. Whereas it's a heavy poke identity with Camille being able to split. So, poke, health bars, get pressure. Camille splits. We find engage later on. Callista Nautilus to round out the bot lane. It's doable. I think I really liked FlyQuest draft here. I think that they had to stop the side laning, and they have to find a way to slow this down. I will say, UG had a crazy good series coming in. No AP Jungle Prio. There was AP Jungle Prio. We have the Talia being flexed. UG dropped a couple bombs in this series. All right, so Surdy gets chunked out a little bit. He does have second wind and D-shields and fleet. But he is going to base and walk back. Okay. All right, good trade. They get exhaust out. You can see Surdy walking back is actually in okay shape. He's a little bit behind on the wave, but he at least has his health bar to play with. And it's top to bot clears from our junglers. Talia's ahead because we are Talia. Zyko, I don't know if they didn't see that word, but he's just kind of human warning, so buying some time until he can drop that. There's nothing he can do on the wave. I don't mind that. He's going to kill this and find the Sejuani. And UG's already up 2 camps, so it's a 3-15 full clear for UG. That's crazy, man. So, hovering bot side. This gets deleted. It's all UG. So, Shaden's showing there to make like, this is a dangerous way for bot lane. If UG wanted to stick around, he could have, but instead he wants to get Faded Ashes and keep cruising. That's good because that occurred. We do have Top Crab now going over to this Talia as well. And they get Surdy and a tough timer. Surdy should have been more aware of this timer. I think this is a poor mistake from Surdy. So he's trying to get this wave in. And then he tries to flash E, but UG holds it. Gets the E. It's well played. Like, he has a ward. He is in a tough spot. UG can definitely be here on this timer. Shaden was on his way, so not there yet. Let's see. Toggle here. So Shaden's here. So UG beats Shaden top, and they punish 30. Because 30 walked back in TP. So they get his TP. That's really good for Zamudo. Because now Zamudo gets a free base for himself. That being said, 30 is able to pull this wave. Chime burns his flash. And they CC change Zamudo so they get his other sum out. So I think it's a nice move from Chime. And I really like this from Shade and the Chime. I talked about this on the cast. They do this really well. So Chime's going to use his timer from bot to go affect top lane. That said, mid's low. So we almost have like a change of jobs here. We're going to have mid be hovered by the jungler as Shaden's doing his camps. And he's here on this timer. Whereas top was hovered by support. That's quite good. And we keep Shaden's path moving here. So I really like that moment from FlyQuest. They have Sujed taking a little bit of poke. Rockboom's going for the auto attack Kalista build. All right. So we have Grubs taken by Shaden, but Yuji's on 6 and he's up here. So yeah, man, Yuji's up 3 camps. He hit 6 really early here. Dragonsteel. It's Maryville. They kept St. Louis in their tag. That's the funniest thing for me. Alright, so Yuji sneaks in here, not spotted by Shaden. This ward dies. Yuji again hovering to just make sure that Zamudo is safe on this wave. It is the Brandon Sanderson team, yes. Okay. So steel caps are up for Zamudo now, and he's shoving this wave pretty hard. Yuji again on the hover where TF's getting that wave out. It's quite good. This Chime's going to cruise by a lot of wards. Rockboom trades flash for flash. Not exactly ideal. But the play topside's bigger. So we're going to have a play topside. Keep in mind, Yuji... So Zamudo got the wave in. But he's going to cancel his TP, and Yuji's going to head back up. There are no camps on the map. Shaden's going to skip over his Krugs, but are spawning. And he gets spotted here. So they're looking for a play on Zamudo, but... no find. And it's a double kill. Meanwhile, bot lane, keep in mind Rockboom lost his flash. So I'm watching bot lane now. Did Chime hit a... oh no, just normal combo. Psycho flash, but he got caught. Yeah, Shaden's able to space that. Or Sujed's able to space that so he doesn't get knocked up by the Fate's Call Nautilus. Okay. I think it's really nice, though, by Yuji, again, to find that timer top. Like, he's doing a really good job this game of hovering his TF that doesn't have a TP. So notice how whenever Zumuto is trying to get a wave past the midpoint, Yuji's in the vicinity, which is very nice for TF. It's made Zumuto's game a lot easier. And he's playing out a good game, but I think that he's had jungle help, which has been very significant, as we see Chime find a really nice angle here. So yeah, cutting out these narrower pockets where we can defend vision, really good for the Hui. Chime blast comes over, catches Zyko, who just lost flash from the last fight. So like the focus on who they're going after still, it's the flashless targets, making it the easy league here for FlyC challengers. Really good. Oh my god. So it's the grub sack to try and find a play topside. This is a really nice move from Chime. I really like this from Chime. And they chained up Zumuto. They just can't get him. So Surdy isn't able to get an ult on him, and it's kind of because the slow from Yuji. And then the Q's just late. Zumuto's out. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's up, Yep? So that was definitely like a little bit unlucky here. I think this is the right play from FlyQ. Props to Zumuto. Stunning up 30 to buy enough space was smart, and he gets into the second brush because he sees a ward drop. He gets out by a hair. I think the idea of how he played it, though, was actually pretty decent. So we'll give him a brownie point on that one. Oh god, the end of this game was something else, guys. This was a fun game and a fun series. TF Passive's definitely doing some work right now. Zumuto also doing some work. A little bit of anti-synergy here from FlyQ challengers. Almost got them not to have the kill, but they do find it. Zumuto had sums coming up, so his flash is now up when he gets out of gray screen. They found him without sums, and it's just a trade. So they're sacking Herald and Top to be a little bit behind on the play bot, but they got TF off the map. They get gold on Varus. It's not all bad. Surdy gets the most. We're glad to see Zumuto doing well. That's good. He played really well this series. Okay, so Surdy's going to sack the turret now. Bradley catches. Bradley has TP to join for the dragon fight if they want it. Jed's playing back on this wave. Nice. And then the Herald plays, so we can't play 3 waves. Bradley stayed to get that turret in, and then he's going to walk long way. So this is kind of posturing like they're going to sack the drag. They're sending away very far. Oh, wait. That's okay. This was actually kind of a mistake from DSTL. Was Zyko on the team last split? He was. Okay, we have a mistake from DSTL in the setup here. So the Herald plays fine. It comes a wave early, but given that Bradley was on top wave, I think it's fine. Now, there are 2 things here that DSTL misses. One, it's this ward. This control ward is positioned to get the ward in the back of the pit, in case there is one. So for me, that ward tells me that DSTL actually wants to sack mid, and they want to play through bot, okay? This ward's a little bit of a giveaway to me. I think that would have been a better setup for DSTL. I think what ends up happening is that they stall on their control ward, which is fine. If you're holding Fog with this combo and this, I think you're in decent shape. There are ways to check from range. Not to mention people that can tank. There's a Warmogs on the Piggy. I think the real mistake here is that they let Surdy get in here. Because what ends up happening is that because FlyQ have this ward up, and they see DSTL walk in here, and they have this ward, and they have Surdy here, they just have to be here. Blue Otter wins that, Brizzy. Like Look at this ward. So it sees Psycho and it sees Zamudo, right? We have a base here from FlyQuest. And shout out to Observer for like splitting this. But Shaden's here. Shaden sees no one go into that line brush. Right? This is the one angle where they can. But Shaden still like roughly had vision and Surdy just walked the fuck in. So now it's like, okay, we see Spyrax cross. Like, guys, we see them all mid. They just have to be here. Surdy gets around this thing. He still is on a ward, but like they literally just throw this in one. I mean, it finds Yuji, which is big. But I think Dragonsteel messed up with the setup. I actually think they should have went through bot, like the way they set things up. Because I think if you like play in that position, you're kind of opting into the way and Varus to eat you alive. Whereas if they went through bot, they would have been able to at least hold one flank. I think have an easier job getting Callista into the fight. Because Callista does need to auto with this build. Okay, this was a big oops. I mean, they just... I guess Yuji walked straight mid. They didn't think this would be the case. So Yuji's like actually here for this. And then they just rip through Shaden. So my guess is that FlyQuest took that thing that Yuji wouldn't be there. All right, quiet map right now. I think the 1-1 or 1-3-1's a little bit better for Dragonsteel. I think that Camille wins whatever side she's on, but Hui loses whatever side he's on. I think Hui would rather be in the Corki than TF. Oh no. So FlyQuest are really hovering Baron's side here. Surdy doesn't have any support, but Yuji gets spotted, I think. Wow. I mean, they get a trade. That's honestly worth it. I'd rather have Camille on map than the 1-for-1, honestly, but still. Didn't burn too much. At least Hui gets to pick up some CS, you know? So I'd have to play really far back for this. Yeah, so it's nothing. Is there a world where they can get something here? Not really. No, not again. Not really. I don't really see the world. Yeah, so they give this and then just get Surdy a turret. That's fine. Hello, I was at the concert. It was awesome. Thank you for asking. He's really good live. This stun from Zamudo ended up being big, so it makes it so that he can't chain the combo onto the Corki. So I think if they get Corki here, this fight is better. Instead, Shime gets kind of stuck. And it's a really big investment to get no kills. Because we invested Varus, or I think Varus Flash is pretty big to get nothing. And they reset second, so map goes back to MU. They fix their vision on top side. Or Dragonsteel, I should say. The gold card was so big there, though, to connect, like, to prevent the alley combo. Because I think if he finds it on Spyrax, then the fight's harder. It's tough though. Like the Corki 2 item is really big. Talia has a Seekers, which is quite good this game, and she's really accelerated. Like she's up an entire Seekers on this Sejuani, who's just, I mean, it's just tank duty, right? You get Bradley Flash. It's a really good take from Dragonsteel. Bradley's up too far here, for sure. They have a decent vision carve out for him, but I think catching this wave high was the mistake. It's a good sneak from Yuji here to punish this. Yeah. And Zamudo waits out the Hextech ultimatum and the E and gets out barely. So again, really well played by Zamudo. He has to wait out the Hextech ultimatum. I mean, very close, but well played to get out. And they go on the Callista tether target. Unlucky. So just kind of trades for takes. It still is gold, though, for Dragonsteel, given the now Warmog's TF, which I quite like from Zamudo. Because now, like, if Zamudo has a red buff, he can walk forward with no restraint, but also he out-sustains 30 now inside. Gold card goes down on blue buff, so shading gets out. We also have a little bit of a swap of land assignments here. We now have the Flashless Camille going into the Corki. So they're putting, like, neither side lane has Flash here for FlyQuest. They got to be careful. I found it interesting they swapped up who they put where. Because they're playing Bradley, like, away, I guess, towards the dragon and Surdy away from it. So they're going to sack it. Hey, what's up, chat? About catting. Oh. You try and Spire X, they still get his flush. The Piggy gets chunked. This connects on the Piggy. I mean, everything's going into Piggy right now, which is not bad. And it's a good Hui ult, but Yuji is able to Zanya's it. I think Sajad, like that missing hurts. I think Sajad can't assume the flash is coming out from Yuji, and once it doesn't, it kind of gets hard. Sajad did play this fight out well. But if the ult missing, I think, was big. I think the ult hits, it's a wipe. Oh, we're a big Sanderson fan? And this team was second in the league last year, but I thought they'd get 2-0 just given they were playing a patch 3 patches old, but not the case. Outside the miss ult, I think FlyQuest and Sajad connect with all their shit, so. Definitely can see the different styles this team wants to play, though. This was very close. Psycho got Hex Flash in Fog. This wasn't his turn to be here. They were fixing their mid wave. You can see Zamudo fixing this wave. So I think waiting for this would have helped a little bit. They do have Blue Trinket on Callista coming back, and they had a Blue Trinket on TF, so they had ways to check Baron. So, oopsie, Psycho gets picked.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cubby.
Jack H 500 next to the follow. I was super down for this from Shaden. It was very close. You can see FlyQuest and ZXT kind of wrangling back control. This wave is just to save some time, or this ult's just to save some time on this wave. And it usually does get a lot of damage off on this wave. No. Sorry, guys. The setup we have here isn't ideal. I have to go off a live stream link. We aren't posting the VoDs anywhere else. What's up, Mobility? I think it's a worth trade. I just don't know if it was not like they needed this. It's already going in. Oh, we got gold carded. I think if he QSS's a bit sooner, he might be able to get out the flick. Could have helped a little bit. Zijad's doing a really nice job, though, with damage. Yeah, like, Zijad's putting out some serious damage in these fights. I thought Zijad played this series pretty well. Or, like the last couple series it plays rather well. No! Guys, I just want to watch the games. This is the dragon fight, though. Yeah, this fight was fun. So conditions here, I mean, it's an ARAM with 30, like, getting back up. He has TP options. I was a little bit surprised that he didn't pull the trigger on the UG. I was calling on the cast from the TP here, which he ended up doing. I just think that it could have been proactive instead of reactive because he's hidden. Like, for me, if this comes in sooner, then maybe he's able to actually be here by the time that the Zanyas expires. Because this is a really good start to the fight from FlyQuest. Like, Chime hits a biggie. They get Rock Boom. I think that this ult from Surdy could have went on to Spyrax if he's in range, which he is. Because if it's on Spyrax, then I think it actually pushes mobility up here, and maybe you can get an Alistar combo on him as well. Small thing. Because they don't get Corki, and that's significant. Some good stalls here from Dragonsteel. Surdy, it's a little bit of an oopsie. We're a little bit aggressive here. Samuda gets out, though. Play damage is serious. But, like, with this push, you can't end the game, so you just have to take this and take Drake. So no end for FlyQuest. I think if they went Corki earlier, it might have been able to be cleaner. That's my one idea. For where, like, we could add a cleaner end from FlyQuest. I think if Hextech Ultimatum is used on Corki, it's better. Oh, this is funny. So, we have a new tool behind the scenes, and I'm trying to use it here. I was told not to use this and that our production team would use it, but I clicked the button anyway because, you know, I'm a limit tester. I just wanted to see if they had it working because it was a big team fight in the last one. And they took this button off the, like, in-house web browser they built for us to use after this. So they removed the button. It was kind of funny. That's a really big find in the UGs. They get his Zanyas. I really like how Sajad started hunting for UG when he's flashless. I do think that that's the right target for him to select in this game. I feel like that's best target. Because there's lifesteal everywhere else. Lethality, Varus, Graves. Oh, God, this fight. Okay. So this makes sense to me just because Spyrax is, like, he has TP, but we can fight here. Bradley and Zed are not here, so I think Shime goes a little bit early, not to mention he kind of flubs it. So it just means that Surdy gets one shot because he played this fast. Okay, so Zed flashes in to finish off Spyrax here, off the combo. But he does get flicked by Yuji. Yuji, we're going to watch this fight again, just see Yuji's fight, because it was bomb. Yuji did a lot in this fight. Not enough, though. But again, we can't actually end the game, because Sajed went down. Bradley flashed and died. Unlucky. Still is a 2-for-1 in FlyQuest Challenger's favor, though. And then we're going to try and push to end the game. They get a Callista Flash. They get Porky W. But they do not end. I think they could have played outside of mid here. You could have gotten like at least top. Like there's a wave top. Yeah, I think you go top here. It's better. So maybe missing out on one inhib. Watch this fight though from Yuji. Because Yuji does 9k damage in this fight, which is just crazy to think about. But he actually has a really nice fight. So, I mean, he just shreds Surdy. Nice slow on Chime there. Actually buys some space for Spyrax, who does go back in. But then it's a slow on Sejet after he's flash and hits the one shot. If he somehow dodged the E from Bradley, then maybe that's maybe he gets more done. I like how FlyQuest played this on the back half, though, because they just realized they had to take out the damage, so they focused down on the right target. And I think the headbutt for Zamuto out was quite good. Anyway. It's a 9k damage fight from Yuji. It's pretty thick. Oh, you guys can't see the 9. Boom. So Spyrax gets out from Surdy. Surdy can't follow up here. So Shaden's got to ult early, and then Zyko eats the ult. Shaden has Mog, so we can like heal back up. All FlyQuest have to do is reset. And they're up a little bit. So they lose red buff for this. But they force him out long. Something in map again. It is nice the Dragon still got double red buff, though. I will say that is quite nice. I think it makes a big difference for, like, a TF Camille matchup. Yeah, I can't believe that they won the series 2-0. I really can't. So Chime, Blast comes over and dies. And then while this is all going on, so keep in mind, Spyrax is splitting here, and he's got sums up. You see Spyrax on side, because this is the end. This is the end of the game. I mean, I think the mistake here is the blast cone from Shade and then Chime getting in there. It's like FlyQuest could have been rotated to actually have a 5v4 here, but you can see the Hui stuck under turret, and Chime goes down for free. And then the retreat swap. Acerity gets his TP canceled by a nice wall from Yuji. And we're hitting red buff. We port on the Surdy. Who gets gold carded then dies. And then we have Nadar onto Varus, who dies. Oh no, you gotta be... Oh, that's right, we had to pause. Yeah, we had to pause. Alright, hang on. It was a short pause. And then it's death. I mean, the FlyQuest map fell apart so fast. It was literally just Corki inside. They retreated into the Corki. I think the commit not being synced up was poor, and they lose the game from that position, which is crazy to think about. But they actually just lost like from that position. I think that they actually need to have a synced up. They need to sync up their play initially, because Chime going in ahead was bad, and then Surdy porting on a ward was bad too. So like once that port gets canceled, I mean that's game. That was a really, really crazy game. Game 2. Okay. So again, all these champs that are picked in the last game are off the table for the next game. Jinx, Blitz, and Illusion Nami. Okay, so we can pressure Jinx, but Blitz can hit hooks to try and break it. Another good hook target in the Brand. Brand Nami combo is really nice for Dragonsteel. Azir is a little bit vulnerable to this and then this, but it's Azir, so it's fine. It pairs well with Jinx. And we have Kha'Zix and K'Sante to try and further hold the line for Jinx Azir. So for me, FLYC very much like a 4-1 composition. K'Sante is weak-sided. We're going to have this hold the line for this with this helping out and finding picks. Which Poppy actually plays pretty good defense into. Poppy is really solo frontline here, and I think Poppy is actually quite good, at least into this. You have ways to interact with this. It's not fantastic, but it's doable. You're just looking to play off of this inside, and then hope that this gets on the Jinx enough with like a lot of pressure, where all you have to do is just kind of hold the line. So I think the goal here for Dragonsteel is to have this kind of keep this at bay, and then have like this just stymie the front line where they can rip through it. I think that's the ideal fight for Dragonsteel, whereas like they're gonna have sideline edge with Yone, hopefully. And a Brand that's ahead, so I don't know. I thought the I'm fine with Jinx first pick. I know Lucian Nami is like a fine answer into it too. I thought the Azir was where things started to get a little bit awkward though, because you're gonna really struggle to actually fight for mid in this scenario. And I think going for something like Brand Yone, which can give you a winning side when you have mid prio in the mid game, is quite good, because you at least have some power to help Brand transition to like more than just outside his first few clears. So I like looking back, I think that like if you look at these comps first glance, like you see Brand Poppy as a top side, and you're like, oh, that's a little bit weird. I like the FLYC grouping better, and you can get Jinx resets, but I don't think the Dragonsteel's comp's that bad. I think there's like actually some decent theory behind it. Also, Brand technically a flex because Sumuno top. Not really. Anyway, continue. Get to the draft. Alright, so ward in the fish. It misses. They do get a ward down. It's the double kitty skin. So they're going to help Lee Shaden, actually, which I find kind of crazy. But I guess they don't win level 1 in this lane anyway, so... Or like staying in the lane further, like you just get out-sustained. I don't know. I don't know what Kha'Zix gets for the leash. I know that he ended up being like somewhat close on the clear though, so I guess that's what he gets. Hey, what's up, boys? We're doing all right. What's up, Cubby? Saint 2x. We're going to start skipping around. Oh. Tier for Zumuto, so he's going to go for Fimbulwinter. I think Fimbulwinter is very, very strong right now, especially if you can fit it in a build where you're going Frozen Heart as well. Zumuto doing a nice job in this lane. Looks like Surdy's going, Oh, good hook. Looks like he was trying to get Rock Boom with those. And Rock Boom procs PTA and gets a decent trade, but... Actually, props to Rock Boom stepping up there on Sajed. He chunks out Jinx. Like, Jinx almost has to, like, base and also needs hover to get in. So, not bad there from Rock Boom. My type of traps? Yeah. It wasn't the chain. I think Surdy here was going for a level 6 kill. He had Kha'Zix on the bot side. Now, he didn't see the fact that Yuji would have been there. And Yuji actually got a camp away. So, you can, because Shaden was spotted on bot side, Yuji gets in and actually takes his wolves. So now Yuji's up net 2. And then nice pick on the Chime here. So Chime doesn't have control over this side. Like, and Yuji beats him here. So this is, again, quite good from Yuji. They have vision on Kha'Zix, so they're trying to play for wraps, and they spot Chime, and they get him. Nice fish from Zyko and a good chain. And Shaden loses another camp to Yuji. So now Yuji, like, off that, so Chime's dead. He gets the crab for sure on the bot side. And then he sees Shaden on here, so it's Drake. Which, I mean, usually on Brand, you kind of want the grubs. I think grubs have value this game for both teams. Because Nasher's Azir actually is a pretty good grub abuser himself. But I think this is just kind of how the map panned out. And you'll take the map right now for Dragonsteel. Spyrox is chilling. Yeah, that's a good trap. Nice side step from Rockboom, though. Cubby, missed week 1 NACL. Give me some TLDR after the game. I mean, you're watching the biggest event here. This is the biggest upset we had in the week. Yeah, I think we're trying to... There's no Poppy W, but there... I actually feel like this dive was doable. Surdy goes for the plants to get some health back. And then they go for Bradley. Shine was trying to guess the Q there. I think it was an okay try. Yuji gets wraps off that, though. So, again, Yuji, like, from the last few plays, has gotten quite far ahead. We're just picking up, like, some camps off the Kha'Zix. Again, like, he has lanes that can help him and have some priorities, so I appreciate it. Coming out of Dragonsteel. Hey, what's up, Rafa? Hope you had a good stream. Hey, what's up, Kens? Good to see you. Watch the old lads. Ooh, actually, the fun deep lore for this was that Bradley versus Spyrax played against each other in 21. When it was Bradley was on Bethany and Spyrax was on Maryville at that time. That is the deep lore. Being out drunk and alone. All right, so we have another trade. 6 grubs for FlyQuest. I mean, I don't think they, like, win the side lanes. I think that if given free time with side lanes, they can do some work, but it's not like the dream scenario. We're going to see a nice hook connect on the Zyko. But Rockboom is able to get in here. And well played by Rock Boom. That doesn't connect from Zajeb, but yeah, that's close. Spikes actually found the gas. Good flash here from Rock Boom too. This is kind of a fun moment. A little cat and mouse from each of our teams. And guess who's the winner of all that is? It's UG getting the buffs. And a flash from Shaden. So, I mean, yeah, the brand so far has been quite good. It was a good bubble. Sumina's getting some dirty farming in. Sturdy is going to look to fight here, though, because he's up Sunfire. I think Sturdy finds a kill here. When he gets back. All right, some more objectives for UG. It is Umbral Glaive first for Kha'Zix. So trying to clear out some vision, which I really like with the Blitzcrank. Zumuno's down W, so Sturdy's going to look to continue to trade. Again, he's up. I love his Sunfire to Sunfire, like if it's just straight up to Sunfire. Yeah, so he gets the solo kill here. Because Zumuno burned W at the wrong time. So this W gets weighted out. So Sturdy is actually able to follow through with it. And then he gets both his Ws. And he loses flash too.
Timing could be great, but
that's well played.
You said, Cummy.
Penguin the City, thanks for the follow. This was real. Okay, so we just had topside go the way of FlyQuest NCXT, and but then Chime misses this hook and they get rocked.
Yeah.
Brand doing some work. It wasn't even like it was just a red buff too. It wasn't even like Nami empowering the brand, which I'm a big fan of. But they lose support and jungle. It's just big. I mean, the brand just keeps on getting further and further ahead. Oh, that again. It's a Shaden Snipes Award. Umbral Glaive is quite nice. Spyrax is doing a nice job, though, staying up in this lane. The Yone build, like, it needs 3 items now in the new season to be really big. Because he doesn't have access to crit plus lifesteal items anymore. So, I'm seeing Yone's go Bork into the crit. So, it just means, like, you don't get the big crit ratings until you get to IE. You just need 3 items to get big, from what I've seen. Whereas Jinx going IE Rush definitely means that you're saving your spike for later items, but I think it's fine. Especially this game, like, you're playing into the Lucian Nami, you're not going to have time to auto-attack, so I am a fan of the IE, as we see Yuji get yoinked. Nice. Bradley won it a little bit hard here. I think the TP from Bradley just puts him in a tough spot. The pick on the Yuji, though, is really good. He's flashless, so it's a big hook from Chime. And they try and get Zyko in the back half, but just not going to be the case. Chime almost gets the gas with the flash, too. Which would have been kind of big. That was close. So I think it's kind of lucky for Dragonsteel they got a 1-for-1 here. It's really good for Zumuto as he gets free time on this turret. He gets to take it for himself. You can see it's a 3-Dragon, 3K gold lead for Dragonsteel still. Like, that's a nice hook. That's a nice hook. Like, one more hook lands, and I think they actually get a bonus one with Kha'Zix damage on isolated targets. You just love tank wars. Just watch like 3 tower shots to put down or delay a base. All right, $120 away from a soul now for Dragonsteel. I mean, this game's really good for Dragonsteel. Like, they have their Lucian on 2 items. Yone's just got shield bow. Oh yeah, this is the build. So you go Mega Lifesteal and then you go crit. What's up, Prod? You got grass stacks? True. That's what we're all about. So Zabuto's going to drop that wave to rotate in here. They just get mid off this. That's really well played. Good collapse here from Dragonsteel. They have Prio on sides if they want him, but they drop him each that wave to power play mid-outer before the dragon spawns. Is quite good. I was a big fan of that. You're not getting poked. Nice look from Chime. At least get Spyrax all. I mean, I think the issue though with FLYC is that they keep their approach quite narrow here. So there's no chance to find an angle. And once Spyrax eats this, so he eats the Q from Surdy here. So it's the W into Q, and that actually opens up just straight up a kill. So they do get him out. And then keep in mind Bradley gets yoinked out here by Zamuto. Shaden's got to navigate around the wall. Bradley's going to TP back. Spyrax is also going to TP back, so they have to push here. And I really like this from Surdy. I know he throws his life for this, but they do get UG, and that's 100% worth. They know Spyrax is TPing back, so you got to play the Drake now. So I thought that was quite a good call from FlyQuest just for that. And nice job by Bradley there for holding the line. This was well played by FlyQuest. I knew me. Like, once Spyrax gets sent back to base, again, you know that you're operating in a 5v4 because they chunked him out so much. So, like, he doesn't go down. Yeah, it's a little bit tragic. But they have numbers here. So, they have Surdy throw their life away to take down Bran, who flashes and dies, which is pretty big, too. So, that's punishable now. So, like, if I'm FlyC or FlyNZXT, I can look Bran. What's up, Con? That was pretty aggro from Spyrax. Like, he can heal back up, so I can I can see looking for the chunks, but yeah. Coming to learn. I'm coming to learn here too, man. It's a new season. I'm surprised Zyko got out. It was kind of close. Good flash. That was close. And it's Psycho too, so like he can heal himself back up. So it's not like it's enough to start Baron. And if I see you have to start to relinquish the Baron side, because we have Dragon up in a minute, I think you want to contest this soul. It's a pretty forward TP. Good chunk on the Bradley. Bradley does have TP. They delay him even more. Well played, Spyrax. They get Psycho here, but I think the big thing is that Sajed can't auto, and Shading can't follow up because it's on top of Poppy. So I think that positioning himself to be bounced into the wall from Chime is bad unless you're getting Yuji, who also has Seekers now, so it's harder. It's a stun for stun here. Oh, it's a brand Q that connects. That's a long Q, too. Bradley also gets micro stun by the Poppy W, which is quite big from Zumuto, so watch this. He's going to get airborne there and gets knocked up. So Bradley also like goes in to send it, but nice chain from Zyko, so he goes down. And FlyC just never get in here. I thought this was decently well played from DragonSteel. I do think that the Chime mistake was tough. And then I think that one thing that's really big from Bradley in these games is like he doesn't ult to actually help his Jinx. Like this ult is to try and make a play, but no ults get used to try and help Jinx. I don't think that ulting to help Jinx was a big thing here, and I think getting micro stun hurt. But I think if we're Bradley here, like this is the one fight where I think that's going, if you wait out Poppy W, because there is a root, you can actually get a good scoop for Jinx. Is there low enough where like a scoop gets Jinx a reset? So I think when you can do that, it's good. Obviously the W from Zumuto ended up being really big here. Spikes this by like 1 HP again. There are a couple moments here where DragonSteel live with pretty low HP. Good fun onto Spyrax. This game's almost lost from here. So Jed burns ult preemptively, but he does get early reset for it. And he actually spaces the Nami. Lands Zap on a Rock Boom. And they kind of cruise. They cruise out the rest of the fight. Yeah, it's good to see Prod here. We like seeing our Combine alum from this last offseason here. Oh, that was a real flash from Chime. Okay. I think he was trying to hex flash. Real flash. Burned. Rock Boom's ult was bad. So that's nice to get out. Because like that does guarantee mid-prio, and the 3-lane setup here from DragonSteel is tough. So we're trying to answer on the Spyrax, which is done so successfully. Oh, it's not done so successfully. Whoops. The ult from Spyrax gets Shaden, who couldn't R. Oh, he did R. He just got hooked in the R. Zumuto, good peel. Bubbles with Poppy E is big. Yeah, well played from DragonSteel and Spyrax. The Spyrax R was big. It got Kha'Zix. So I think looking back, Shaden maybe saving E. Could have been big. Step out of that later on. Dude, watching this off this stream is terrible. I need to find these VoDs in like their own YouTube video. So I don't have to deal with the bullshit of just watching off these big live streams. Ah! Alright, so get Zumuto flash. I thought Chime had a pretty solid game. I think one thing Chime does a good job of in this game is just taking flashes away. It is big for FlyQuest they can get flashes out because you are playing with Azir. Very good at punishing flashes being down. They take Rock Boom Flash here, which is really big. Also Shaden 16, so he's Evolve Wings. And they find Rock Boom again, so Chime is like officially just smurfing. Chime actually smurfing in the sequence. Game winning on Rock Boom, by the way. I mean, they didn't get a lot. Like, what else can they get from this? Like, they're low, and they're already down. Like, Azir's just not here. New Blitz 1 a.m. Pog. That's going to be an abusable strat this season, Diamond. I mean, I definitely remember Keel saying, like, picking a final game, Nunu, and just being like, fuck it, it's late. I'm going to play Nunu. Alright, so Shaden can't base from this, which sucks. If you're FLYC. But he still steals it, like a Chad. So I think that, like, Dragonsteel, I mean, it's a gambit of, hey, did the Kazakhs actually base or not? As Chime burns Flash and gets sent. Chime did a good job of taking away Flash. He might have taken away his own Flash a couple times when he didn't need to. As Zamilo's just kind of sitting here and trying to zone and eat damage. Zamilo's not in the pit, though. And they don't see Shaden yet. And Shaden does get in here and he finds the yoink, which is quite big. Because while this is going on, like, Zamilo's just sacking his health bar to pretty much just keep Poppy out. And he nearly kills Poppy on his own, which is hilarious. Oh my god, this guy almost killed Poppy on his own? Or Poppy almost killed Jinx on their own? That's crazy. Is there a Bramble in there? Oh, there's a Thornmail in there. Okay. Jeez. Alright, so that said, this gets yoinked. Because they don't actually have someone mark Shaden and keep him out. Like, all their ults are used for the fight. Yeah, that doesn't find Azir. Shaden gets out. Sujai gets this. Bradley has a good send. This is a good send from Bradley. And then the Hurricane comes in from Sejed. By the way, Sejed's still here. He just goes around this fight, finds the Hurricane end. Hey, thanks, Shoes. Poppy's weak. No, this champion's ridiculous. This game was ridiculous, too. I mean, Jesus. Look at how many Tinders are just being ignored by Sejed. Okay. So our Jinx is fed. We have another pause. Oh, no, we don't have a pause. I went through this a couple times. I don't really know what to say about that, or like how to look at that fight. I think Dragonsteel is... I'm wondering if they knew that Shaden was there and just didn't have a mark to like actually get him out, if they thought he was coming out of base. Yeah, I thought Sejed had a decent series. I thought Shime also, like, outside of 1 or 2 moments, played fine. I mean, this was definitely one of those series where I do feel like FlyQuest was winning it. Like, this should have went to game 3. Like, between game 1 and 2, there are game states where the game is winnable for FlyQuest. Like, less so in game 2. Game 1 was more winnable. Like, game 1 was a collapse, you know? Like, they had to drag themselves back, but it was a collapse. Shaden takes a little bit too much poke damage here. Good find by Rock Boom. And then Sejed has no sums and gets hit up. Nice hook from Chime, though. So, again, we have 2 kills here being found by FlyQuest and ZXT. Bradley's for sure dead. Yeah. Sumuno base to cancel his R. Surdy's trying to catch it. Dodge from Zamudo. We don't want to overstay because ports can come in, so we just taking him. Oh, yeah, this is the fight. So, like, again, this fight, like, you're kind of like, okay, we're going to hook Yuji and chain him. So, coming out of route, he's dead. But Bradley gets one-tapped and sends it in to find Zamudo, which is nothing burger. And then Surdy also gets kind of one-tapped. Shaden jumps in, gets nothing. They find Sajad because we're pushing. Like, both these fights we took as FlyQuest, we are playing with Sajad no sums. I think diving as Kasate is an oops, but I think the bigger oops here is that Bradley, like, it's a Zanya's Yuji. We could have walked out here and just gotten Sajad out, but I think the oops here is that we're really playing not around Sajad cooldowns. And, like, Bradley gets chunked out so hard, so, like, he can't, like, he needs to be holding the line for Sajad. It's just not doable because, like, we're playing on timers versus Sajad's no sums. And it's a wipe into a win. So DragonSteel actually found the 2-0. Really big 2-0 from them. It blitz QR instead of QE, it's GG. Yeah, potentially. I agree. Because then, like, Bradley doesn't get chunked like that, you know? It's a good call. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, there no sums up for either team. Or, I mean, there's sums up for carries for DragonSteel, but not FLYC. And FLYC pushed off their cooldowns to get kind of fucked. They do the splits. There's no quad to bail them out. I mean, quad was really good, but I feel like this team still has top performers in a lot of other positions, so they should be fine. Anyway, that's it for the first series. We'll see you on YouTube with this one. If you guys like this one, leave a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe, drop a notification for when I post new VoD reviews. That's FlyQuest versus DragonSteel. Congrats to DragonSteel for the 2-0.